What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Litecoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I want to get real with you guys. I think you are going to see prices below $80. You're at 88 now. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I would expect we do see prices below $80.64. We go below this low. There's probably a lot of people that got into Litecoin in these prices, whether you're at the highs, at the lows, and you are counting on this low not breaking. It's as if as soon as this low breaks, it's over. Litecoin's going to zero. None of the fundamental reasons why you bought it are matter anymore. It's all about the price. But that's not what's going to happen. Likely, once you break key areas like this, that's oftentimes the best area to buy. In fact, if we were to look for areas to buy that are just below that line, you've got a nice shelf of resistance here and support right there, right at about 74 bucks. More resistance there. A little bit of support on this line right there, right? Anything and everything in between $80.64 and 75 bucks, 74 bucks could come on the table here. I got to stop saying come on the table, man. It could come online, okay? It could come online from a low to a high. You know, you've got your 2618, 2272 area right there. And that would make sense if you're at the 1886 rejecting the golden ratio, which you are. Your next target area would be $80.37 to $74.52. Somewhere in that area would be where you go. If we look at the daily time frame on the RSI, you've moved up, you've gone into the oversold zone, moved up, and rejected off of it. If today closes red, you guys, there's no easy way to say this, or maybe it is easy to say. I'm just going to say it. We're going below that low. Plain and simple. Likely, you are at the final moments of this overall drop. Every drop, from this drop to this drop to this drop, they've all been shakeout opportunities, okay? And make no mistake, with each drop from the high, don't get me wrong, it took you like 4 days to form this high, but to form the low, it took you a lot more time. Whenever you moved up here, I mean, overall, actually, this move was a lot faster, but it didn't happen overnight. It took you a lot of time, right? But what do you notice about these lows? What do you notice about any of the lows really in this range? They don't last for long. And I would assume that the same thing would happen here if you do, and when you do go below this low, somewhere around 75 bucks to 80 bucks, $74, maybe even lower. And we'll throw some fibs on there to get a better estimate. If and when that happens, it'll likely be short-lived. Anybody that panic sells down here, you're going to feel very bad about it, very silly about it within a day to a week's time, because it's going to recover in a very short amount of time. That's my expectation, okay? If we look at this on a fib perspective, maybe, and I think we already did actually with this low to high, the 2272 to 2618 area makes a lot of sense to me. Maybe if we take this low, I should probably take, is that the right low to take? This might be the right low to take over here. Low to high there, 1272 right there. There's a lot coming in at around that $75 area, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's where we go. I want to see an overall fib from a low to a high real quick. Low to a high. Your golden ratio itself is right there at 75 bucks, man. And just if you put a line again, you put a line right there. I mean, resistance, support, 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 resistance. Going back in time, support, support, resistance in this area, resistance, support. It's not the most respected line, but there is respect in this area often. So wouldn't surprise me at all if that's where you go. I wasn't expecting this for a long time. I wasn't expecting this, but this week has not gone the way that we wanted it to for Litecoin, and you just got to call a spade, man. If you're looking at this here, it is rejecting the overbought zone, at least as of now. If this day closes green, we can talk about this tomorrow in a different light, and I will talk about it tomorrow if I have to. But likely, I think this will be the prevailing call, likely for the next couple days, if not the rest of this week. I would expect next week to be the week that we recover, if not maybe even by the end of this week. And when we recover, we finally will begin this mission to relatively new highs, and not just relatively new highs, but potentially even to new all-time highs, if not at the all-time high area. I very much expect that Litecoin's going to see a move that takes it between $280 to $420. Likely, I think you're going to stop closer to 400 than anything. I'm expecting that you stop either just below 400 or even above 400 when this move is all said and done. When is this move going to be said and done? It's likely going to be sometime in April, late April, if not early May, mid-May, somewhere in that kind of time frame. At $88 now, let alone at the potential low of $75, that will give an overall growth expectation of about a 3.7x to potentially a 5.5x, right? very phenomenal growth in a very short amount of time. You've done nothing wrong. You're holding support at key areas. You have not broken market structure. Everything that you've loved about Litecoin, or maybe hated about it, while it's been boring, it still is here. It hasn't gone away. Nothing fundamentally has changed. If anything, Litecoin's only more bullish. In fact, is there news? Is there any news about that ETF? Let's see. Let's see here. LTC ETF news for me. He gets me, man. I can just, I love it. I don't have to, like, with Google, I have to be so specific, but Grok just knows how to talk. There's been significant buzz around the ETF. Yes. Give me the deets, Grok. Give me all the deets. I normally like to read all the deets, but here, let's see. For the very latest, keep an eye on the SEC announcements on X posts as sentiment there shifts fast. They said there's no definite approval yet as of today, March 11th. The SEC is still reviewing these filings with acknowledged and DTCC listings and positive steps. They don't guarantee a green light. Some analysts caution that even if approved, LTC ETFs might not see the same massive inflows Bitcoin ETFs did. Yeah, maybe. Maybe they see more massive ETFs because they see more potential with Litecoin. Who knows? But probably not. Probably not, right? Still, the sentiment remains largely bullish, with price predictions ranging from $200 to an ambitious $5,000 if institutional interest takes off post-approval. Yeah, I think it's going to go probably around that $5,000 range by the end of this cycle. $200 is going to be easy for this thing. Even without the ETF, you're going to get there, right? Litecoin doesn't need an ETF to get there, but it's very relevant in the crypto markets. It's absolutely going to see its highs, new all-time highs, in a matter of months from now. But I think by the end of this move, it's probably going to stop around this high area, okay? I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. The 4-hour RSI looks pretty bearish, rejecting the 40 a couple times, getting oversold, not getting overbought. Lower highs on lower highs, man, you just can't break out of this downtrend. You've had opportunities to, but you're not doing it. So you probably do with this last move see lows that are below this here. And once you do that, that's when we can accept or look for, maybe acknowledge that the low for Litecoin is in for real this time, okay? 1 hour time frame, you do have higher highs in the RSI, rejecting off the 60 still. And with those higher highs, what did you produce in the price? You produce lower highs in the price. It's what you call hidden bearish divergence, you guys. And I think that you are hidden bearishly diverging and you are moving down lower. So I got nothing else for you. We're expecting anything from about an $80 target to a $74 target. I like that $75 number specifically. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.